Before I begin the video, let me know in the comments section below, how do you think that Vegeta got the training for becoming Ultra Ego? How do you think Beerus trained him? What was that process like? Let me know your answer in the comment section below. Let's get to it.
Prepare yourself, Dan Saiyan.
This video is sponsored by G.ROUND. Do you fit in one of these two categories? Category 1, somebody that plays video games avidly and wants video games to get better and wants to be part of that process so video games can be better, and working on them before they actually come out, so that way you can report on bugs and report on and review on the games before they actually come out. Or number 2, you don't have much money and your Steam library is looking kind of skinny and you want to play some games at the same time helping the developers of those games make the best game that they possibly can. Well, Christmas came early this year because G.ROUND is a top-tier video game service that offers you the chance to play brand new video games before they even launch for free, testing these video games, making sure that there are no bugs in them, making sure that they are fun, leaving reviews, and letting the customers of these video games have the best possible experience while you get to play games for free. It's as easy as going to the link in the description below, follow the extremely easy sign up, and download the launcher. That way you have all these games at your fingertips. Play the game for as many hours as you want, as long as you want, have a blast, have as much fun as you want, and then of course leave a review. That way the developers know exactly what the state of the game is at that moment. Don't wait, click the link in the description below and join G.ROUND today. Let's go ahead and start from the very beginning, and that is Super Saiyan God. When we first got Super Saiyan God, we knew that we needed a handful of Saiyans to make that ritual work in order to make Super Saiyan God a reality. To me, that was the pitch perfect way to ascend the Saiyans into something else. That they needed a group dynamic, they needed multiple Saiyans to make this happen, and it would make sense why it hadn't happened up until that point, because you can't just push yourself into Super Saiyan God. You need to be pushed into Super Saiyan God. You need to know the ritual and how to do it. That is why I really enjoyed that transformation. That is why I really enjoyed Battle of the Gods. And then Vegeta ends up getting Super Saiyan God on his own without any explanation whatsoever. This has been a common theme in Dragon Ball, where Vegeta doesn't get any explanation as to how he gets his new ability, his new power, and then he just kind of catches up to Goku. It's happened multiple times at this point, and honestly, I'm just sick of it. Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Evolution, and now Ultra Ego. I think the only time that it hadn't happened was when Vegeta, we saw him go to planet Yardrat to do the training. He actually had a training montage. We did get to see him train with the Yardrat species. So today I'm going to be talking about how I believe the training for Ultra Ego actually happened, what happened with Beerus and Vegeta, what exactly does this training entail, and what that means for Vegeta's transformation in the future. So one of the first things that Beerus explains to Vegeta that is extremely important to the context of what this training entails is Beerus tells Vegeta you have to have the mind of a destroyer. The Saiyans can easily go into the mind of a destroyer, similar to Beerus's race. Beerus already knows that about Vegeta and knows that Vegeta has it in him to become a destroyer god, but what does it mean to have the mind of a destroyer? Ultimately, you would think right off the bat, well, you just have to, be willing to destroy everything, be willing to destroy anything, not really care about the consequences, act a little bit like Beerus. And to an extent, that is kind of what we're talking about here in Dragon Ball V, the Dragon Ball Vegeta fan manga, where we get a God of Destruction, a legit God of Destruction Vegeta. He explains in that manga that he had to go into the mind of a destroyer and basically not think of any of the consequences that comes from destroying the planets, destroying beings, beings because he is well above that. He can't be thinking about those things. He only thinks about destruction. So how does that get incorporated with the training that we didn't get to see between Beerus and Vegeta that I hope to see maybe through a flashback sequence or an added on portion of the training when we ultimately get Vegeta's L and Vegeta goes back to Beerus for further training? I mean, I'm just thinking that's what's gonna happen, but that may not be the case. Well, I think to get into the mindset of a destroyer, you have to not fear and overcome destruction itself. We see in Dragon Ball Super that Frieza and Goku both get hit by Hakai energy, to the point where Goku almost gets Hakai'd in the process. He can barely manage to get himself out of it in his standard normal form, while Golden Frieza can manipulate Hakai and push himself beyond that. But remember, the Hakai energy that he was fighting against wasn't really that big. What happens when a God of Destruction Hakai's you for real and you have to resist it? You have to resist getting destroyed. Well, I think that is where the true mindset of a destroyer actually is, and that is what probably ended up happening between the training from Vegeta's point of view to Beerus. Beerus Hakai'd Vegeta, pushing him in the same fashion that Vegeta likes to push other people. Like Vegeta pushed Kaba to go into Super Saiyan, Beerus did the exact same thing, pushing him into the next level of his further training, which is the Ultra Ego transformation. So with a full Hakai from the God of Destruction, point blank range, with the full intent to get destroyed, if Vegeta completely passes over that, he passes that test and gets beyond it, then he manifests and goes into the Ultra Ego transformation, and boom, the birth of a new form for Vegeta. Because I believe God of Destructions basically would be resistant to Hakai. They couldn't really go around Hakaiing each other because they are gods of destruction. They manipulate destruction, so they are immune to Hakai. Vegeta becomes immune to Hakai, therefore he transforms into Ultra Ego, pushing him into that God Destruction mindset. Now that's just my theory on exactly what's going on with this transformation. Let me know again in the comment section below what you guys thought of it or what your theories are. Drop them down there in the comment section below. This is going to be BlackScape signing off. Take care, guys.
Subscribe for more content.